Hi, everyone. The last 2 years brought a flurry of unknowns to the auto industry. Whether retooling plants, adapting supply chains, or launching vehicles virtually, this industry has continued to do what it does best: adapt, innovate, and thrive. We'd all love to believe that the unknowns will stop, but the truth is they'll persist. If the last 2 years presented us with new unknowns, 2022 is the year of known unknowns. There are 3 that we see, and each with opportunities to harness. The first known unknown is around the ongoing semiconductor shortage. While the full impact and timeline of the shortage has been tough to predict, one aspect is now known. And that's consumers' continued demand, which creates a really intriguing time-bound opportunity. Because research shows the majority of shoppers still want to purchase on their original timelines, and they are expanding their consideration sets in order to do so. In fact, 25% would be very or extremely likely to consider switching brands. What an incredible silver lining for marketers. So as difficult as the shortage is, it has created a window of opportunity to draw people into the brand or the segment for the very first time. This is even more critical with millennials, who now, for the first time, are the largest group of car shoppers, and who may not have as much brand awareness or loyalty as those who have been car buyers for longer. Your brand efforts can go that much further with this group. Here's some more good news for marketers. Your brand efforts can also drive short-term sales for the vehicles you do have available. In a meta-analysis of 34 advertisers across 10 industries, the results were consistent. 94% of campaigns that run brand advertising also see a lift in conversions. Why? On mobile, consumer attention doesn't differentiate between brand and direct response. Everything is a brand experience, and everything is about performance because your finger is right there to act. And as you pave the way for the eventual ubiquity of electric vehicles, this is your moment to lay the foundation as leaders in the space. Slightly less than half of current US auto intenders are already considering an EV as their next purchase. And for those not yet considering an EV, there's still an opportunity to move them to EV consideration through targeted brand messages that dispel existing barriers. Automakers that invest in driving awareness of their EV commitment today will reap the benefits in the future when consumer demand catches up with EV availability. This can only be done by committing to brand building for the long haul. Let's talk about brand building tools. There's a new playground. From creator content to short-form video, from Reels to augmented reality and the metaverse. These tools allow today's leading automakers to show off their creativity while building brand and attracting new customers. Let's start by looking at the creator space. Creators play a special role by sitting at the intersection of creativity and community. Their unique POV helps brands get their story across in a fresh and unique way across multiple experiences, while providing a credible and natural link between brands and audiences. With co-creation, it isn't advertising as usual. It taps a cultural conversation, passion, or community in a way brands might not be able to on their own. Picking the right creator is a mix of art and science. What kind of voice and style your audience needs, and what objectives you have. And finally, it's important to let creators to use their voice for the brand. This is why you selected them. While content is king, it's also important to think about how to amplify the content beyond the organic audience. Once you've let the creator build an idea that connects with their community, paid media support allows the idea to become a campaign brought to life across formats, from both your brand and the creator's handle. We've found that tapping into the value of creator voices via branded content ads significantly improves brand outcomes. According to an analysis of 7,000 brand lift studies, campaigns that leverage branded content ads significantly outperform those that don't. Such campaigns saw over 100% lift in both awareness and association, and 67% lift in consideration and motivation, showing that creators are driving brand impact across the funnel. With creator marketing being relatively new, there's a tremendous opportunity to test and learn to figure out the right approach. Everything from what's the right balance of brand inclusion, to whether a bigger audience really matters, to how long videos should ideally be. And speaking of videos, I mentioned Reels earlier. Video content now makes up half of all time spent on Facebook and Instagram, and Reels is our fastest growing content format by far. We're focused on making Reels the best way for creators to get discovered, connect with their audience, and earn money. We also want to make it fun and easy for people to find and share relevant and entertaining content. For automotive advertisers, Reels is a twofold opportunity. First, creatively, you can focus on developing engaging, short-form videos to bring your brand story to life. But also, you're able to bring your ads directly into the Reels experience. Reels ads are full screen and vertical, similar to ads in stories, and appear in between individual reels. If you haven't already, this is your moment to start flexing your creative muscle as a brand on Reels while incorporating your ads alongside compelling content. Speaking of new creative territories, you've likely heard a lot of talk about the metaverse lately. I wanted to spend some time bringing this to life, sharing what exists today as well as what might become available in the future. So to start, what is the metaverse? The metaverse is a set of virtual spaces where people can connect and explore with others who aren't in the same physical space as them. You'll be able to hang out with friends, work, play, learn, shop, create, and more. And importantly, it's not about replacing in-person experiences. This is about making what we do online better and more meaningful. It will enhance the feeling of being close to one another, like being with a family member or friend in the same living room despite their being halfway across the world. The metaverse isn't a single product that one company will build alone. It will have many entry points and varying levels of immersion that match the needs of businesses and people in the moment. Many of these experiences will only be fully realized in the next 5 to 10 years. But what does this mean for businesses right now? We're starting to see early glimmers that are showing us the future. We see it in augmented reality, in Meta Horizon workrooms, across gaming ecosystems worldwide, and broadly throughout the technology industry where virtual spaces are being built. Today, augmented reality is a great entry point for the metaverse, allowing consumers to experience your vehicles from anywhere. Many leading automakers are starting to incorporate AR as a must-have in their creative lineups for launches, and soon we expect AR to be even more ubiquitous, with always-on AR experiences for every nameplate. And the reason why automakers are quickly embracing AR is because it's proven effective. Take Volvo. When Volvo wanted to increase awareness of its first pure electric SUV, the XC40 Recharge, they leveraged AR ads. Once a consumer tapped into the ad, the device's camera opened and the AR effects loaded, enabling the viewer to instantly see the XC40 Recharge right in front of them. The ad incorporated a Facebook functionality called TrueScale, which allowed the viewer to scale the size of the car from 10% all the way up to 100%, so that they could envision the full-sized car in their driveway or garage. In addition, people could take a 360-degree walk-around of the car's exterior, change the color, or activate different informational hotspots to see its key features. Volvo's campaign saw a 6.7-point lift in awareness, in addition to significant incremental conversions on site, proving the power of innovative AR brand campaigns on direct response. Which brings us to our second known unknown, digital retailing. We get a lot of questions about digital retailing. Is it here to stay? Yes, because consumer expectation for convenience is here to stay. So as with any area of innovation, there are known unknowns in digital retailing into this year. But we can take comfort in the opportunities that are certain. Investing in technology that connects with your customers on their terms pays off. People are increasingly looking to online solutions for more stages of their path to purchase, and 70% of new car intenders prefer to do most of their research before ever setting foot in a dealership. We know that when digital tools are deployed, customer satisfaction goes up. According to Cox Automotive, nearly 3/4 of auto dealers said they've seen an uptick in usage of digital retailing tools since March of 2020. And with that, the percentage of shoppers who said they were highly satisfied with the overall shopping experience rose dramatically, a full 20% after little movement over the prior 4 years of reporting. So this is about convenience, personalization, and deploying the expertise of your dealer body. At the same time, we're seeing what we're calling a confidence gap among today's consumers. They are growing more comfortable with the idea of doing their entire shopping process online. A recent survey was conducted among auto shoppers found that 57% agreed that buying a car entirely online felt like a realistic option for them. However, when we started asking them about individual steps in the shopping journey, there was more uncertainty. Only 1 in 5 of those same respondents said they were comfortable doing all the individual steps of the shopping process we asked them about. Further, 80% agreed that the dealership they bought from helped them with a key aspect of the purchase. So what does this tell us about the need for personalization in relationships? In an increasingly digital-first world, personalizing the buying experience will be the differentiator. Messaging, or conversational commerce, is a great way to do this. Some consumers have become so used to the instant exchange of texting that messaging is now their preferred method of communication with friends and businesses alike. In fact, 69% say that being able to interact with businesses through messaging apps helps to build a relationship and feel more personally connected to the brand. Fundamentally, for personalization and relationship building to succeed, it's critical that you know a lot about your customer. This is where it's more important than ever for CMOs and chief data officers to link arms. Harnessing the data related to customer demographics, actions, and interests to deliver tailored experiences in advertising, the site experience, and the dealership visit can drive satisfaction throughout the customer journey. You might be thinking, but the digital advertising and measurement ecosystem is in such flux right now, complicating all of this further. Yes, and here's our third known unknown. The advertising ecosystem is undergoing massive transformation. Between regulatory changes, browser changes, and platform updates, there are seismic shifts happening. And with that, advertisers are losing key consumer data points that have guided their investments. But all hope is not lost. Measurement is evolving to be privacy first, and marketers are evolving with it to continue to have confidence in the performance of their investments. One key tool driving this is MMM, media mix modeling. Many marketers already rely on MMM, understanding that the focus on last interaction doesn't paint the full picture of what's truly influencing your customers. And today, MMM is experiencing a renaissance toward a cookieless world. With changes to the concept of identity and the loss of consumer data points, MMM will take on greater importance for evaluating media effectiveness. The future is modeled with data leading the way. So what is the opportunity with MMM? We believe in a modernized MMM approach. Historically, classic MMM takes aggregated inputs, online and offline, to assess results. But because it's handmade, it contains analyst bias, can be cumbersome, and often slow. As a result, it's used more like a one-time strategic output. But contemporary MMM combines the benefits of MMM, MTA, and advanced machine learning methods to be always on and thereby valuable for both tactical and strategic decision-making. And the good news is that it's helping brands measure marketing efforts while meeting increased consumer demands for privacy. So as the questions of 2022's known unknowns come our way, inventory constraints, digital retailing, the evolving ads ecosystem, just as this industry has adapted resiliently so many times before, we can look to the opportunities. They are exciting, very real, and made for your marketing expertise. New customers, new levels of personalization, and the next era of measurement are all on our doorstep. We look forward to partnering with you to bring these opportunities to life. Thank you.